Hey everybody, my name is AceFangirl and welcome back to another episode of Aviary Attorney. We are in quite the predicament, I would say. So last time, we did a couple more things that ultimately did not turn out to be important. And, but the important thing is, we got a letter from Severin, Cocorico, and he was like, hey, I'm doing a stakeout. If you don't hear from me, it means I'm screwed. So of course we went to go after him. We found him. He's in the catacombs with the rebels, tied up, and he is accused of murdering the Croque Monsieur. Yeah. He may or may not have done that. We don't know. But here we are, and basically we have convinced the rebels, who is this beautiful lioness right here, and the priest, because of course, to put him on trial. So we're gonna have a trial right here, right now, in the catacombs. I have no evidence. I'm terrified. Let's do it. We already read that, I think. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night, at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue des Marmousets. Pierre alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the Croque Monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. Am I to understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame, that you only saw the aftermath? Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself. Oh, of course. Oh, Madame Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around in our tunnels. I am no pigeon, monsieur! He's a spy in any case. What I say, I execute him right now. It's alright, he's with me. With you? He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner. Well, crap. So, my plan was to send Sparrowson to get help. I was hoping that help would come in the form of Inspector Vollerty, because I secretly think that he's behind all of this. But now that Sparrowson's been caught and dragged back, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, because now we're trapped down here and no one knows where we are. No, madame. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Come back over here, please. Thank you. Psst, Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Ah, it is him. He's here. I know it's Vollerty. Don't mess with me. Another rebel? I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. Wait. What's this? A political pamphlet? Cult pamphlet. Wait, is it the same? Oh, dude, no, wait, it may not be Vollerty. It may be Judge Romulus. Well, I best be getting back to the patrols then. Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. Oh, God, my voice just cracked. Then you could be our first witness. Go stand in the center. Okie dokie. Scoot over. Do I need to say an oath or something? That won't be necessary. We trust you. Excuse me, I would like an oath read. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero. Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The Croque Monsieur was just minding his own business on Rue des Marmousets, when all of a sudden, this here brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. The croc slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The croc fired back. So, to clarify, Cocorico shot first. Yes, ma'am. No question there. What happened next? Well, I knew you guys, Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I'd left it. And there I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severin and Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero. It's nothing, ma'am. You see, Falcon, Piero is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. True that. But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert of the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means that I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to this trial? No, let me do it. Be fair. No, we'll let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with you? If I get the slightest inkling that you're rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Is this like the equivalent of 5 penalties in Ace Attorney? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the croque monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience. Yeah, I get it. Alright, let's see. Plain as day, Rue de Marmosset's, the rooster fired. Bam. I'm gonna check and make sure that this holds up. Piero, you say that Monsieur Cocorico fired first. Yep, the bird's expression was stone cold. Was he threatened? Did it look like Severin Cocorico was feeling threatened prior to the shooting? Threatened how? Well, did the croque monsieur have his gun drawn? I don't think so. The croque drew his gun, but that was only after getting shot. I see what you're trying to argue, Falcon. You think that this may have been a self-defense killing. It's a fruitless line of reasoning. The cockerel approached the crocodile. He is the one responsible for the encounter. Stat doesn't know, it's the aggressor. No, that's wrong. Still. Hey, Falcon. These guys were buddies with the croque monsieur, so you won't be able to convince them that his murder was justified. You'll have to focus on the facts of the case, find an inconsistency, and prove them wrong. You're right. Let's try a different strategy. No. I want to try something else. I'm gonna try plain as day. We've played enough Ace Attorney to know that plain as day is a strong freaking statement. You claim you saw the incident plain as day. Yep, plain as day. But the crime occurred at night! I don't know if that's gonna... she might be mad at me for that. I mean, I'm just gonna argue that it was dark. That's what I want to argue. Piero, I'd like to remind you, I don't want to claim that he's lying because he says it occurred plain as day and it's night. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that's what Falcon's gonna try and say. In February, on an overcast moonless night, in an unlit alley. What's your point? It would have been too dark to see. It would have been dark. So dark that you cannot possibly have correctly identified the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon. You slipped up. You say that the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over Rue de Marmoset. Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumière. That's some French. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lamps over Rue de Marmoset, but they wouldn't have been any good. Because they were broken! Oh! The street lamps over Rue de Marmoset were broken. They're completely non-functional. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of the broken lamp. And I've still got the holes in the sole of my shoe. Double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You could send one of your underlings to see the broken lamps for themselves if you want. And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic. It does not! Excuse me, Madame Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were or were not broken, but I do remember that we had to use a torch to light up the scene. Thank you! Hey, whose side are you on? I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible there weren't any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken, maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I, personally, saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that it's a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know that there's the slightest notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. Onward to the next witness, Madame Beaumont. Do you have anyone in mind? I do. There's someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. A man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry. Oh, that's me again. Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand. Yes, ma'am. No, it's Fontaine. I call Fontaine forward. Very well. Okay. So far, so good. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist? Excuse me, you're not supposed to be asking questions. You're the judge. Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I know about guns. Their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America's developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those. Oh, right. Very well. This is the gun found on Seven and Cocorico's person at the time of arrest. It's a standard issue percussion locked. Oh, God. Château Gendarmerie. Nope. Gendarmerie. Something like that. Pistol. 24 centimeter length, 15 millimeter caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these dull things. It's a gun that says, I'm a reliable man of the law. That sounds like our Cocorico. Does it? Cocorico's always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place. Oh, great. I gotta pronounce the one I didn't know how to pronounce. Gendarmerie? Gendarmerie? Pistol has been added to the evidence folder. And this is the gun found on the Croque Monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It's a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, 20 centimeter length, 13 millimeter caliber. This is an exquisite and highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff. The Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant. Is it the one he offered to sell me? I feel like it may have been. Turnover pistol. It's been added to my evidence folder. Great. But what's really fascinating about the Croque Monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of this pistol's been fitted with a set of grooves. Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up to hear you show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the Croque Monsieur's bullet wound. Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the Croque Monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry. So in other words, the Croque Monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot. That's right. The other interesting point was that the Croque Monsieur's outer clothes were singed. Oh no, we know what that means. This typically only occurs if a person is close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash. And how close does the person have to be burned by a muzzle flash? Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most. Then there's no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The Croque Monsieur's killer was standing in Rue de Marmoset themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in the Rue de Marmoset at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico. You got anything to say about this boy? Boy, can you, give me something to work with here? Well said, madame. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast. I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there'll be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Okay. Hang on, I want to check the guns first that I got. Standard police pistol. Ornate double-barreled turnover pistol. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem super helpful. Shot in his chest, clothes were singed. I'm gonna ask about the muzzle flash first. Fontaine, you mentioned that the Croque Monsieur's clothes were singed. Right. His vest and jacket were slightly burned from the close-range muzzle flash. Oh, that's stupid. No, I don't like any of these. Never mind, I have no more questions about the singed clothes. Let's ask about the wound. Fontaine, you say the Croque Monsieur was shot in the chest at a straight-on angle. May I have a diagram? No, that's stupid too. I don't like any of these questions. Let's talk about the guns then. Fontaine, I have a question regarding Cocorico's gendarmerie pistol. What does caliber mean? Are you sure the gun was fired? Is there any way to tell whether a gun has been recently fired? There is. That is an excellent question. Yes, there are a couple of ways. For around a minute after firing, a pistol's barrel is going to be hot to the touch. That's a dead giveaway. But you could also check for gunpowder residue in the barrel and chamber. That would indicate that a gun had been fired since being cleaned. So, by your own analysis, would you say that Cocorico's weapon was fired last night? It's difficult to say. You just said that it was easy. None of us thought to check the pistol's barrel temperature at the time of the incident, so we can't use that method. If I check for gunpowder residue now, I see a little in the barrel. That could indicate a recently fired weapon, but it could also indicate a lack of proper maintenance. So basically, you don't know whether this weapon was or wasn't fired last night. No, monsieur. If we cannot be certain whether Cocorico even fired his gun, then this whole trial ought to be thrown out. Nice try, Falcon, but Kokoriko's still our prime suspect. He was standing over the Croque Monsieur's body with the weapon in his hands. If that gun's not the murder weapon, then what is? I don't know. This isn't working. Try another approach, Falcon. Maybe. Do we know what the caliber of the bullet found in the Croque Monsieur was? So I'm gonna ask this to see if it will lead to that. Pardon my ignorance, but I'm not a gun connoisseur like yourself. What do you mean by caliber? A gun's caliber is the width of its internal barrel and the width of the bullet it fires. So you would use 15mm wide bullets for a pistol with a 15mm wide barrel. That makes sense. Did the bullet embedded in the Croque Monsieur's chest match the caliber of Kokoriko's pistol? I don't know for sure. I didn't have the time nor equipment to dig the bullet out of the Croque Monsieur's chest. Well, I've got freaking news for you, boys. I got this. Let's go find his body. No. Don't, no. Sorry, I got excited. Besides, lead bullets fragment. It'd be difficult to properly piece together a fired lead bullet to assess its caliber with any accuracy. Then it's possible that the caliber of the bullet in the Croque Monsieur's chest doesn't match the caliber of Kokoriko's gun. Do you know that for a fact, Falcon, or is this more vapid speculation on your part? I don't know that it doesn't, so I'm not gonna... No more point. I just found your comment a little odd, I suppose. Yeah, okay. I don't want to commit to that, because I don't know if I know that. I'm gonna ask about the other gun. Tell us about the ammunition. You were about to say something about the gun's ammunition before Madame Beaumont. I do not know how I want to pronounce her name, and I keep changing it. Could you give us the details? Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets are just small, round lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. This particular weapon uses advanced iron tip, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it'd be quick if I just show you. Uh-huh. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped Minet ball. Okay, so I think this might be the gun that he was offering to sell me, because I think he mentioned that, right? It is a very rare, top-of-the-line technology. Before last night, I'd never seen one of these in person before. Like I said before, the Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Okay, we got it. We got the bullet. Hold on. I'm confused. I thought the Croque Monsieur fired his gun, so how is it possible his gun was still loaded with a bullet? Oh my god, you are a fool. It's double-barreled. A turnover pistol is double-barreled. This means it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. The Croque Monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. I trust you have no more questions about this matter, Falcon. We've wasted enough time already. Where's the other bullet? Not yet. Where's the other bullet? What other bullet? The fired Minet ball. There were 2 shots that night, remember? One from the assailant and one from the crocodile. I scoured the scene for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired Minet ball in Kokoriko's body? In his body? You're asking if Kokoriko was wounded by the bullet? No, that much is plain to see. So again, I must ask, where is the fired Minet ball? Well, I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall and it wasn't embedded in Kokoriko, then that means it hit the murderer. We're talking a regular friggin' DL6 incident here. Come on, guys. Get with it. The bullet hit the murderer, the real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. Possibly even in their right shoulder. I don't know, though. That's just speculation. If it is actually embedded in someone's right shoulder, I'm so done. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. The double-barrel turnover gun, the missing bullet. Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably, the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron Minet ball embedded in them, and you'll find the real murderer. Oh my god, wait. We basically have a metal detector. I mean, it's a metal detector, kind of. Like, we can go full Ace Attorney on this shit. It's reasonable, but we don't have time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Do we? Oh, you think we have a traitor in our ranks? I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connections could engineer such an event. Okay, fine. Maybe my suspicions of Volerty were misplaced. I'm not going to apologize for them yet, but just in case. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound could be concealed. Perhaps if you were all to take off your shirts. We have a lady present. No, I'm not having everyone in the room stripped down to their knickers just to cater to your outrageous theory. Well, don't worry about it. I got it. We're literally gonna use a metal detector. If you can think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory, then we end this damn trial here and now. Wow, imagine if we didn't finish that before this happened. More reasonable way? I have a more reasonable way. What are you thinking, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone's been shot. It's a genius solution. Ta-da! Metal detector! Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Frere Ramus, and members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. It looks like a children's toy. I assure you this is no toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying you just swing that device around, and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know. We haven't had a chance to practice with it, really. Madame, these birds are playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrowson shall demonstrate. Me? Although, he will need something to demonstrate it on. Oh, shit. I don't have anything. You've got to be kidding me. Where the hell was I supposed to get meat for this? Put it in the book! Would this work? No, I need something that represents the fired bullet. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant I had to... Okay. Phew. Alright, I almost panicked there for a hot minute. Here we have an iron-tipped Manet ball as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I placed the bullet in my closed fist. It now represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. Now, Sparrowson will demonstrate what happened when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor device. So I just do this, and... Oh. It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Don't you do it. Please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right? My, what is this feeling? It feels like... power! I knew that was coming. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop humoring these morons, madame. What good is this doing us? I think he did it. Someone doth protest too much. Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Hey, Falcon, what'll happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room? It most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon, get a move on, you two. I really must express my displeasure that you are going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave. Don't worry, Remus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin, too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he'll face the consequences. Let's scan the priest! Lackey Bird, scan the rooster first. He is the prime suspect, after all, Lackey Bird. Okay. Do-do-do. Oh, Pierre is back. Oh, did he ever leave? I don't remember. It's gonna be cool, dude. Don't worry, we got this. I'm not getting any reaction. This means there's probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So, he's innocent, for sure. No, all it means is this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part. Fair enough. Madame, I must insist that you end this. It's a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to. Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Pietro, you go next. Alright, get it over with. Do a little scan. No reaction. That means Pietro wasn't shot either. No surprises there, right, guys? Let's see. Next we shall test... Madame, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Yes, why don't you? Me? That's really not necessary, Madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game. This is no game, and I'm issuing you an order to cooperate. I refuse. This is awkward. Pietro, please restrain Remus. With pleasure, ma'am. Oh, snap! Restrained! What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. I will not be manhandled by... Hiya! Ow, stop that! You're making a mistake. Madame, think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening. Sparrowson, do the test. Walking over. Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. Shit! Really? That can't be right. Do it again. There's nothing. Remus has not been shot as far as this device can tell. Oh, crap. The utter nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that. As I said on the floor, Madame, I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once. But you know who could? Your twin brother. It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place. As was I. Right. Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out. And I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously. Which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. Okay, we need to get Romulus in here. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation. Pure guesswork. Shall we end the trial, Madame? Wait! There must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else who could have been the shooter. Dude, where is he? Where is he? Where's my boy? Where? Is this him? Yes. Hi. This guy. Right here. This man. Frere Remus, how is your brother? The man named Romulus. My brother? He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother's still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where's your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one. Oh, I knew that. I was gonna say it. I found this in the Catacombs Tunnel. An introductory guide to the Cult of Reason? Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Frere Remus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No, I've never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother Romulus? No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs. That's surprisingly generous of you. But Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. This pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It could even have been dragged in on the sole of Pierre's shoe, for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, Madame, I know for a fact that this pamphlet belonged to Romulus, and I can prove it. A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlets. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except for one important detail. Romulus signed the Louvre pamphlet himself. No way, my brother wouldn't do something so foolish. Do you see? Right here on the cover page. That is Romulus' signature. I admire your tenacity, Falcon, but something's blatantly wrong with your evidence. We know that the brother of Frere Remus is named Romulus, but this Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Clearly an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity. It's a plausible theory, but it's unsubstantiated. How do we know this pamphlet was signed by Remus's brother? Okay, the problem is we don't have the pen and evidence. At that moment, a chill ran down Falcon's spine. Oh, this is how we know that we messed up. There was the dreaded reality. Falcon had no evidence that the signature belonged to Romulus. Shit! If only he still had that fountain pen. Yeah, I didn't get rid of it. Madame, it's obvious that Romulus wrote that signature. See, Romulus writes in green ink. It could only have been him. What do you mean Romulus writes in green ink? On official court documents and the like. Just, like, take my word on this one, please. Just take my word on it. Interesting. Do you have any documents at hand to prove this? No, Madame. Please take my word. I don't have proof, but I know that Romulus signed this. He's here in these very catacombs. He shot the Croque Monsieur. You have to believe me. He's floundering, Madame. Agreed. I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Oh, shoot. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you displayed great valiance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den. That's funny, because I'm a lion. But you failed to convince me of this bird's innocence. Oh, God, wait, for reals, for reals? Madame Beaumont, I implore you, not another word. We humored you. We set up a court, and went through the motions of a trial. And now the rooster's guilt has been formally proven. It has not! We have more evidence. Enough. This trial is over. No, 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 no. Seven and Cocorico, you've been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic. We found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy. There's no conspiracy. Based on the actual criminal definition, there's no conspiracy here. You cannot prove that. Of the murder of the Croque Monsieur and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Madame, please. JJ, it's alright. I made my peace. No! Oh my god, I'm gonna be so sad right now. This is far from alright. Dying in the name of a new republic, at the hands of rebels. There are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, right? Oh, don't do that! Severin. Oh! Oh my god! Holy hell. Tend to the body, Pietro. Yes, ma'am. Do you plan to kill us, too? Why would I do that? You two have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone executed. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Your mercy is admirable, madame, but I fear if we let these two go, they'll tell the police everything. It would compromise us. No, no, no! We promise to keep our beaks shut, right, Falcon? But we cannot trust the word of potential traitors. Madame, for the good of France, we must execute these birds right now. Some man of God you are! I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do? Okay, I know. I'm gonna give you a choice. You have two options. The first is that I shoot you right here and now. That's not something either of us particularly want, but if it must be done... What's option number 2? You join us. We need lawyers to help bring the new republic into fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated. Our skills? Somebody has to draft new laws. Somebody has to file the paperwork to secure the new republic's internationally recognized legal status. Somebody has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job? You mean, prosecute the prime minister? Or the king? We can discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be? Oh my god, I don't even know. Like, okay, but like, France's political system was kind of shitty at this point. So like, joining them is probably not the end of the world. But she did just shoot my favorite character. So that's a little bit tough. It's gonna leave a bad taste in my mouth, but I mean, in the interest of continuing the game, I suppose we really only have one option. Fine, we'll work with you. Good, then a verbal contract has been made. Cool, try enforcing that in a court of law later. So, what happens now? Pietro and Fontaine will lead you to Lake Narjolie. I will finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, that shall be keeping a close watch on you. Don't even think about running. Of course. Then we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way. Yes, madame. Come along, you two. Oh my god. You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madame. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment. I do trust them. Throughout that trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint's naive, but it's exactly what we need in this revolution. But they'll betray you if they are stupid enough to even raise one feather against me. I got a gun! They will regret it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, that was horrible. I just knew that failing that trial would come back to bite me in the ass. Damn. I can't believe that. Just because I didn't go to the chocolate shop one more time, my favorite character is dead. This is upsetting. This is upsetting. But, I mean, there's nothing we can do but carry on, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen to us next. I don't know if there's gonna be a time skip. Are we gonna go forward in time? Are we just gonna start right up where we left off? I'm actually shaking right now. I'm so upset. I don't like it. I don't like it. See, if we'd have had a jury, then we could have taken the matter to the jury. But you and your stupid court system didn't let that happen. I'm upset. Regardless, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens in the next one. I don't know. All I know is that we done messed up. Maybe we're gonna have to go back and fix this at some point. Because I kind of want to know what happens, you know, if you do everything right. I'm pretty sure the game lets you do that. Regardless, that'll be a question for another day. Oh god, I'm so upset. But whatever, it's fine. We're living. It's cool. I'm good. Everything will be fine. And we'll find out what happens to us in the next one. I'll see you then. Bye!